As someone in their 20s, unemployed, having to survive the hellscape that is the economy today, I've had to get creative with how I'm gonna save money because I do like to have a life. It's this fun, quirky thing that I do where I actually do want to have a life while saving money. And I feel like all the white men financial advisors are like,
no, you have to invest 90% of your income and only spend $2 per week, and then you will be a billionaire by age 30.
And first off, even if you did do that, you wouldn't be. And secondly, I don't have any interest in living on a $2 per week budget. So how I've kind of looked at saving money over the past couple years, and that's really helped me, is by cutting things out of my life that aren't really that important to me and aren't adding much to my life. These small little things often add up to a lot of money. So today we're talking about 10 more things that I'm not buying in 2025. Hey, I'm Taylor. If you're new here, I post a lot of videos about overconsumption, conscious consumerism, hobbies, books, etc. And if that's your vibe, I'd love to have you here. And you can click the subscribe button, and you can click the subscribe button, turn on the bell if you want to be notified when I post a new video. Man, that feels so weird to say. If you don't want to turn on the bell, you don't have to. I always feel so weird being like, turn on the bell. Let's talk about things that I'm not buying. Number one, candles. I feel like this is kind of an interesting thing. I feel like some people never spend money on candles, so this isn't an issue for them. I love candles, I fear. I hear that they're carcinogenic. Let me know if they're killing me slowly or fast. I'm not sure. I love a candle, but I feel like I overconsume candles horribly. Whenever Christmas is over and all the Christmas candles are on sale, I'm always buying them. Whenever fall is over and all the autumn leaves scent ones are on sale, I'm like, oh my God, I want to buy it for next year. I love buying candles. They're cyclically on sale. So I always am like, I'm gonna get this candle half off in October. I'm so excited. And that isn't great. I actually don't love that. I have a couple candles I haven't burned at all, but then I also think that's okay to just not have a candle burning constantly. I have a diffuser that I don't use that often. I like for essential oils, and I feel like I could be using that a lot more. It's a little bit more cost efficient because I already own the diffuser. I got it as a gift. So I'm trying to burn down the candles that I do have while also using my diffuser to supplement that, because I like things smelling good in our home, and I think it's important. If that brings you joy, then spend your money on it, and that does bring me joy. But I think that there's ways to do it that isn't buying a candle every time a season ends and that candle is half off. So I'm not buying any more candles this year. I definitely have enough to last me through the year and then some. So I'm good. It's also something I get as a gift all the time. I feel like people always gift me candles because I love them. So that's great. I probably could never buy a candle for the rest of my life and just through gifts have enough to get me through my life with candles. So yeah, no more candles for me. Buy now, decide later purchases. This could be different for everyone, but I feel like for me, sometimes I'm in a rush, in Costco or in any store, and I'll be like, oh, I'll just buy it. And then if I get home and I don't want it, then I'll return it. No, if I'm not 100% sure of it inside the store, I'm not buying it. And I feel like this happens a lot where I have a sweater on in a thrift store and I'm like, okay, I'm not sure if I like it or not. Whatever, I'll just buy it, I'll bring it home, try it on, and then return it. But then I don't end up returning it, and then I have to redonate it a year later. And so for me, unless I'm 100% sure of it, I'm not buying it. Obviously, if I'm 100% sure about it in the store and then I get home and I don't like it, that's a different story. I didn't intend to do that. But I find myself a lot of the time on purpose buying something that I know I'm probably gonna have to return, and that just stresses me out. I don't know if anyone else is like me, but I literally would rather do absolutely anything else than have to go return something. I don't know what it is. I hate returning things. So that's just gonna add stress to my life that is unwelcomed. I don't want it. And yeah. So any purchase where I'm not 100% sure, I'm just not buying it. What is that saying? If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. I'm living by that this year. None of those purchases. Number 3, laundry boosters or laundry products. I don't know if this is just me, but why is all of my algorithms, they're shoving laundry products down my throat? Those refill aesthetic reels where people are filling up their laundry with the pods and then the liquid detergent and the powder detergent and then the scent boosters and the dryer sheets and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, it's too much. We just use detergent. We use a single detergent, whatever is half off at the like grocery store or whatever store. The detergent we're using right now, we got like 2 months ago because my parents bought it and didn't like the scent of it. I said, I'm not picky, I'll take it for free. And we've been using the same detergent for 2 months. I don't think you need all these like scent boosters and things like that. I've purchased them in the past, and I'm not gonna lie, like it does make your clothes smell amazing, but I'm pretty sure they're like carcinogenic. I'm pretty sure they cause cancer, so not great, but don't quote me on that. Do your own Googling. I use candles. I eat meat, so I'm not here telling you what to do and how to live your life. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I don't need to have a scent booster. I also think they wear down your clothes more. Like, I just think having more shit on your clothes while they're getting washed is going to wear it down more and make your clothes not last as long. I just think these are kind of a scam. Like, I think the marketing campaigns and like the commercials, they make it look like you need this in order for your detergent to, like, your clothes to smell good rather. But really, like, if you're using a good detergent, you shouldn't need a scent booster. I don't know. But yeah, do with this information what you will. I'm not telling you that you have to not buy this, but for me and us and our household, I don't want to spend the money on it. Laundry already costs enough. We have coin laundry, so it already costs enough. We already air dry all of our clothes to save the $2.25 every time that we dry our clothes. I should have added that to our list. We don't use a dryer. We only air dry. You know what? I am adding that to the list. That's the next topic. But I don't want to spend the extra money on these extra things to put in the laundry. Like, I'm not making a potion. I'm trying to do my laundry. I don't need that shit. And then number 4, we no longer use our dryer in our building. Oh no, I'm adding this in. This is something we stopped doing about 2 years ago, actually, and I'm hoping to keep it up for this year and in many years to go. But yeah, we pay $2.25 to dry our laundry. I think that's like I don't know what the going rate is in your city, but in Ottawa, it seems to be like that's how much it basically costs. And like all of my friends, it seems to be the same amount when they have coin laundry. However, I'm pretty sure our dryer is from the 1930s because it doesn't dry at all. Like, it isn't worth it. So for environmental reasons and cost reasons, and then also the fact that like it literally does nothing. Like, I feel like we have to put so little amount of clothes into the dryer and then it doesn't even dry. Like, it's like I just paid $2.25 to get 8 pieces of clothing kind of damp. Like, it's not worth the money. So we stopped doing that completely. And honestly, this saved us a lot of money. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. Like, because I don't know, how will we do like 3 loads of laundry per week? Because like exercise clothes and stuff. So 225 times 3, that's $675. So we're saving like $675 a week, which I feel like is a lot of money. And then also we save more than that because our clothes last longer. Because the dryer isn't like that good for your clothing. It kind of like deteriorates it. It kind of does like wear them down quicker. So it's also better for your clothes, and it makes them last longer. So we're definitely saving even more than that because we're not getting as many like holes or any like repairs needed in our clothes. So yeah, honestly, since we started air drying, I rarely have to fix holes in our clothes now. And I used to be like, I felt like monthly we'd have a pile of like where our zipper has snagged in the dryer or whatever, like things like that. But like now, like rarely I am finding myself having to do like 5 or so tops, like fixing holes in them, which is nice. Also saving time. Number 5 is new journals. I'm a journal girly, okay? If you don't, I have it right here. I bring this up whenever I can. My journaling system is the Louise Carmen from Paris. I love you Parisians. I'm not making fun of you. I just like to use the accent, okay? But this is my journaling system. It's a Louise Carmen journal, like the leather part of it is, and it's refillable, so I can put like refill journals in here, and I slot them in these strings here. I don't know. If you're interested in a journaling system, I personally am a big fan of Louise Carmen, so take that with you if you want to. But the refill journals in there, I love starting a new journal, okay? If you're a journaler, you understand the excitement, the absolute pure childlike wonder of beginning a new journal. Like, there is nothing, I'm just thinking about it now and I'm smiling. There is nothing like starting a new journal. However, I hate having half-finished journals. So for the year 2025 and hopefully for the rest of my life, I would, but only hold me to it for this year. Okay, I can't speak for myself in 2028. She might be rich, and maybe she'll be buying 500 Louise Carmen journals. Definitely not. 100% no. But I need to not be buying journals before they're finished. Currently, I use the Moleskine A5 journals. That's what fits in the Louise Carmen. Okay, I take a shot every time I say journal. It's starting to not be a word to me anymore. Journal. But I need to not buy them until I've finished them. Like, I don't like buying a journal when I'm when I'm only halfway through one of them, because then I don't get the excitement. Like, there is nothing quite like finishing a journal and like getting up and like walking to the store to buy another journal. Like, I love that moment, and so I want to gift myself that. And if I'm constantly having an influx, I never get the satisfaction of like finishing it and going to buy a new one. So no more buying journals until I've finished or am like within 10 pages of finishing a journal. Did I finish my sentence earlier? I use the Moleskine A5 paper journals. The reason I get the paper and not the hardcover is because I really like to decorate them. So like this, for example, I took this little cutout from the New Yorker. It's my junk journal, and it's this guy, he's like taping the letters like sorry onto it, and I feel like that's like so me while I'm junk journaling, so I thought it was funny. I think I'm hilarious, actually. So I get the ones that are like paper on the outside because, yeah, I like to do little designs. This is another one. This is my to-do list journal. I took this little clipping from, I think, another magazine, and it was like a bunch of apartment buildings like inside of them, and then I put little pictures inside each of the apartment windows, and I also love that. Yeah, I love my journal. I love it. But yeah, I love it so much, but I'm not buying any more until I'm done the ones I have. That is my rule. Number 6, buying Ubers or Lyfts unless it's absolutely necessary. Like, I'm not gonna be driving home drunk, okay? That's ridiculous. So obviously, if I'm ever in a position where it's like drive home inebriated or get an Uber or Lyft, I'm gonna choose the Uber or Lyft. But I have successfully gone all year so far without paying for an Uber or a Lyft. And that is because I've gotten into biking and then also public transportation, obviously. I just use the train or buses or my bike. And other than that, I have not paid for an Uber or a Lyft. And it's been great. Like, they're really expensive. That really adds up. So my only exception to this rule is that if you're going with enough people that like the Uber / Lyft is cheaper than going to public transportation, then obviously we're going to choose the Uber because, of course, like if it's going to be cheaper per person going that way. But other than that, like if it's going to be more expensive to get a ride through Uber or whatever, then I'm always going to go for public transportation or biking or walking first. And yeah, I've officially gone 6 months without paying for a driver app. I don't know. I haven't paid for an Uber and a Lyft all year so far, and I hope to keep that up unless I'm in a position where like it's the safest option, of course. But that saved me a lot of money. I used to kind of be like, oh, we'll just get like a $10 Uber here and there or whatever. But now it's like, no, I'll just spend $3 in the train, or I'll walk, or I'll bike, and it's made me happier because I'm way more active, but also it's made my wallet very content and very happy. Number 7, it's gonna be a little bit controversial, and I need you to hold my hand through it, okay? Supplements. I don't know, okay? I know people are gonna be up in arms in the comments about this, but like the amount that supplements are shoved down our throats as like, if you're not having like 10 supplements a day, you're gonna have like cancer by age 5. What is happening with the supplement industry? It has to be a booming industry, because all of a sudden everyone I know takes like 10 to 15 supplements a day, and like I just don't even know what I would take a supplement for. Like, I sleep quite well. I sometimes take a melatonin, but like that's kind of my only like issue, that sometimes I have trouble falling asleep for a while. I don't have digestive issues. I don't feel tired. I think my iron levels are normal. And if they aren't normal, I don't feel like they aren't. Like I feel quite like well rested every day and not too tired. I don't have any real problems in my life that I'm like, oh, I need a supplement to help with this or aid in this. I'm not saying I would never use a supplement. I'm just like, if my doctor recommended it, or if I was having an issue that where a supplement could help it, that'd be great. I'm not saying they're like fake. I'm not saying they're like not great for some people, and I'm sure I'm gonna be at a phase in my life where they're gonna help me and be good for me. But like at this point in my life, I have nothing that I really need a supplement for. I'm not trying, like when I exercise, I like My main exercise is like biking. And I'm not trying to like bodybuild or like build a bunch of muscles or anything like that like maybe a supplement could help with. I don't know. I just don't understand. Or not that I don't understand. I just don't need supplements, I don't feel like, at this phase in my life. So I haven't bought them. And that's that. And I probably won't be buying them for the rest of the year unless it's like doctor recommended or unless I start having a health issue. Yeah, maybe a hot take on this one. I think it will be a hot take because everyone around me takes like so many supplements, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Why do I need to do that? I don't know. I'm not having any problems. But let me know what you think about this one. I'm sure people will be very opinionated, but let me know. Be kind in the comments, please. I'm sensitive, and the more subscribers I get, the more hate comments I get. And when I started this channel, I was like, I don't care about hate comments. Like, no, I do. No, I do. Because why did I see like literally one mean comment and I started to cry? I need to toughen up. Is there a supplement for toughing up to mean comments? Because I would purchase. Take my fucking money, please. Number 8, tote bags. This one's been hard, guys. There's just so many cute tote bags in the world and I want them all. But I'm trying not to buy them, and I haven't bought any tote bags this year. I've been sticking with my main girly, my Shakespeare & Company red tote bag. I love this tote bag so much. She is gorgeous, gorgeous girl, and I love her. I don't really need more tote bags. I have my Shakespeare & Company one, as I mentioned, but I also have a couple other ones. And I just feel like there's only so many tote bags you can really have before it seems excessive. And I have like that one. I have my Eras Tour one, and then I also have a Glebe one, which is like the part of Ottawa that I'm in. And I love them all. I use them all, and I honestly don't even use all of them as much as I would like to. I just think that I don't need to have any more. I like these collection of 3 because the Eras Tour one's quite small, the Shakespeare & Co. one's like medium size, and the Glebe one is quite big. So I have like one of each size, and then I feel like I don't need any more tote style bags. This has been hard to resist because I feel like so many bookstores have really cute bags and I love them so much, but I don't need them, so I'm not buying them. But just know that this one makes me sad. Just know that I'm struggling with this one, but I haven't bought any this year, and I'm hoping to not buy any for the rest of the year. And I'm really trying to like be stern on myself with that. Any winter gear, hats, mitts, gloves, etc. At the end of last winter, I feel like if you're Canadian or you live in a cold climate, you understand this, but you just accumulate winter gear. I feel like, at least, I feel like we have so many pairs of like random mittens, so many like different random like hats with like company logos on them and stuff, and like we just don't need any more. And so really being stingy, even if there's like a really good deal or whatever, I don't need any more winter gear. I do need snow pants. I don't own snow pants. That's like one thing. But in terms of like hat, gloves, and mittens, what I'm talking about, like I really don't need any of those. I have like 2 or 3 scarves. I have 2 or 3 toques, hats, if you're not Canadian. Like, what are they called? They're called toques, but like, just beanies, I think. Beanies. I have enough of those. And I think I have a pair of gloves and I have a pair of mittens, and I don't need any more. No more. I don't need anything else. Even if it's on sale, even if it's so cute, I don't need it. I think it's so tempting if you live in a colder climate to buy these things because honestly, if you're a fashion girly, the winter's hard, okay? Because you put on the cutest outfit, you cover it up completely. You can see nothing. Your only sense of like personal style in the winter is having a cute winter jacket, which is expensive. So if you don't have money to buy like a beautiful, gorgeous winter jacket, you basically have to like show your personal style through your hats, scarves, and like gloves. And so I get why it's tempting, and I understand my desire to like have a great collection of these things, but I already have a couple of each that work fine. I don't need to have any more, but it does make me sad. But I'm not buying any more for the year, so I'm remaining strong. And last but not least, we have fake plants. I hate fake plants, and I always have purchased fake plants because I've always purchased fake plants because I'm convinced I can't keep a real plant alive, and that's not true. I kind of can, not very well. I have 2 plants right now. I have 3. I have a pothos, I have a watermelon peperonia, and I have an aloe plant. Okay, the aloe plant's kind of a cheat. That one's very easy to keep alive. The other 2 are supposed to be easy, but I struggle. The pothos I've had for a year and a half now, and it's never grown. It's just stayed the exact same size the entire time. Maybe it actually is fake. Kidding. The leaves have died many times. But I love them, and if I want any more plants, and we do want more plants, but before we go and buy more plants, we're trying to keep those ones alive and get them thriving, and I don't need fake ones. Fake ones are unnecessary. I don't need fake plants. Absolutely not. No fake. I just think they're ugly, and they get so dusty and gross. I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna have a plant, it might as well be real. I don't know. Okay, that is 10 more things. I could honestly talk about this forever. So if you want to get a part 3 to this series where I talk about 10 more things, let me know, because it took me like 5 minutes to script this video. I had so many things because I've really been conscious of my spending as I'm on a low buy this year, and also just like generally I'm quite conscious of it. So we've really been cutting things out of our budgets, and it's been great. I honestly feel like I haven't really noticed these changes at all. There's some, like the tote bags one, I find hard, but a lot of them I don't find that hard. Like the buying now and then deciding later purchases, that's just added to my life. I hate returning things, and I found myself like basically never returning things this year because of that rule that I've made, and it's been great. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I do not take for granted the fact that you took time out of your day to spend it with me. So thank you so much. I love you so much. I want to give you a big hug. Thank you for being here. This platform means the world to me, and the fact that you choose to take an interest in my life and in my content, I do not take for granted at all, and I appreciate you forever. I love you so much. The world is very scary right now, and just know that if you are hurting from seeing the news every single day and the devastating things that are going on, just know that I am very much with you, and I'm feeling all the feelings as well, and it is devastating. I hope that my channel can be a really great escape for you, but I want to be clear about where I stand politically. Just know that I am Free Palestine, I am Black Lives Matter, I am ACAB, I am anti-ICE, I am pro-immigrant, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, very friendly. I stand with trans folks. I want them to have access to healthcare. I am pro-choice and women's healthcare, and the fact that they should obviously be allowed to have reproductive healthcare. I feel like lately with all the news going on, I often see creators and that I love, and I realize they haven't ever said where they stand, and maybe because they think it's like obviously they're leftist or obviously whatever, because they just think that, and I think I felt that way previously too. I'm like, I don't have to state these things because it's so obvious where I stand. Hello, I come to you from my couch and in my pajamas. I just want to be clear that I have stated very much a lot politically, but it's mostly over on my vlog channel and my Instagram. So when I said I didn't feel I have to state that in the past, what I meant was I sometimes forget that my audience on this channel doesn't follow me on either of those platforms, so may not know where I stand. Not that I ever thought it was like that I didn't need to say where I stand, because I always have said exactly where I stand politically, and I have always been posting about Free Palestine, about my views politically, anti-Trump, very leftist, me, not Trump, obviously. So that's what I meant there. So I just want to clarify that, because I feel like I kind of said it in a very muddled way, and I think I may have said it in a muddled way here too, but hopefully it was good. But I don't know. I had a couple people asking me recently, and they're like, are you Free Palestine? And I was like, what? Of course I am. So I just wanted to state those here, just in case, I don't know, just in case I wasn't clear enough. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry for that little side note. I just kind of felt compelled to say that. Anyway, I love you. Bye.